Celebrity Big Brother is back, and for now, only girls.
Hi, I'm Amanda Barry.
Hi, I'm India Willoughby.
I'm Jessie Piazzi. I'm Ashley James.
Maggie Oliver.
Rachel Johnson.
Malika Haq.
Hello, I'm Anne Widdecombe.
I think I will be the fun housemate, the talkative housemate, the housemate that cries.
I don't think I am opinionated, I just think I'm right.
I'm a girl's girl. I think I'm a fun person. I mean, I laugh at my own jokes.
What I would like people to see is an older woman who has been through the mill a bit.
My mum and my nan brought me up with impeccable manners and always made sure I was polite and friendly.
Since coming out, I don't feel as if I'm telling a lie or covering anything up.
In my old life, I was almost a professional footballer, and I can still do 100 keepy-ups. Not in high heels, though, because that would be ridiculous.
I say what I think, I am what I am, and that's it.
This is Celebrity Big Brother, Year of the Woman.
Girls.
This is me.
It's the women who rule the roost, so it's only fitting that the house has had a makeover fit for a queen. First into the house is former Conservative Party politician
Oh, at least it's warm. Oh, my goodness.
Anne Widdecombe.
Oh, look at those ghastly tables. Oh, mirrors everywhere. Sort of people who normally do this programme can't go anywhere without looking at themselves.
Next up, it's reality star Malika Haq.
Hi.
Isn't this ghastly?
Oh, I love it.
Look, that's the kitchen. I think it's ghastly,
beautiful.
but... Oh, you think it's beautiful?
Well, I like, you know what, here's the thing. If we have to be here and stuck in here, it ought to be loud in a way. No?
No.
Next to enter the house is journalist and author Rachel Johnson.
Anne, thank God you're here.
I've got a very deep rumbling snore, I've been told.
I have breathe right strips for you.
Could you wear those?
No.
Could you? No.
Next up, it's DJ and social media influencer Ashley James.
This is so funny, but you know, I used to have like a really weird crush on Boris.
Good.
I just literally had the
Come
biggest
on,
crush on him.
must say he's got definite charisma, my bro.
Oh, he's got charisma, yeah.
Newsreader India Willoughby is next to enter the house.
Do you know who Davison is?
Yeah. I don't know how widely known it is outside of the UK.
Okay.
But when women were fighting to get the vote, she turned up at the Derby horse race, and the King's horse was winning the race and just about across the line.
Yeah.
And she threw herself in front of the horse.
Stop.
No, that's what she did. She died, obviously, because the horse was travelling something. So it was like a
Right, it was a
protest.
Gave her
She
life
gave her
to
life to
protest.
get women.
Wow, I think I want to sleep in the Davison
So that's
room.
impressive, isn't it?
Next up is former detective constable Maggie Oliver.
Hello. Listen, Maggie, we've cracked open the Prosecco. Would you like some?
I will have one, but I don't want to get...
No, none of us do.
Injecting a touch of glamour into the house is model Jess Piazzi.
Hello, everybody.
So Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, I know, you literally are Jessica Rabbit.
I just need the red hair now.
Are those eyes real?
Yeah.
No,
And my
those are
mum's
your real
outside,
eyes.
So my
They
mum.
are real eyes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sure, a lot of people would pay a lot of money to have eyes like that.
And last but not least, it's legendary soap star Amanda Barry.
All I can say is a bloody miracle I got up the stairs.
The housemates have been in the house for 29 minutes.
There's still like years to come. They might. Oh my God,
we get to go inside. Oh, a jacuzzi. How wonderful. Oh, but the jacuzzi's going to pull my fake tan off. Oh, I haven't got my shoes on. I should have my dress up.
It's a brave one.
It's raining.
I'm going.
You go.
Oh, it's rather chilly. Is that hail? No, it's just rain.
No, there's no hail.
Oh, look over there. What's in
See
that?
if we can
Oh, this
open
is a
something.
lot better.
Oh, that's the bathroom.
Oh my word.
This is
Lovely.
nice. This is nicer than the living room.
Actually, you can have a bath and be sociable at the same time.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Oh, look at the makeup
Oh,
mirrors
good.
there.
And they've got, I forgot hairspray.
Oh, I've just coughed. And I thought, if I go in there and cough, they'll kill me. But it's
Don't know what I snore.
So
you cough and I snore.
I don't mind about that, darling. You snore away.
Between us, we'll... well, Rachel apparently absolutely hates the thought of anybody snoring.
Oh dear.
And I'm the world's biggest snorer. But if I nod off in the railway seat, you know, I'm sort of like this and I'm nodding off, I snore.
Shall I come across and tweak your nose in the night? What are you doing, Amanda? I'm just tweaking Anne's nose.
Oh, quite chilly at the moment, but to sort that out.
Oh, this is cute, you guys.
Oh,
how
nice.
The three of us need these.
Oh, how nice.
And what we've got to do, we've got to get a little single. We get.
Oh, we're gonna get a little single. Oh, this is lovely. Buttercup yellow.
Oh, that's two of you on singles. Right,
Oh,
I'm not doing a double.
gorgeous.
Oh, Anne.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get a single in the other room. Oh.
What's that bedroom like? Is it nice?
Yeah, but there's only two single beds and the others are grabbed them.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. So there's two singles in here.
What would you like?
One single.
Perfect. I'm going to have a look at the other room too. Oh, it's too exciting. So Emily Davison and Emily Pankhurst.
Coming up, the girls talk makeup.
I think after a certain point, makeup makes you look worse. That's the awful thing. You can't put a face on.
Oh, I don't know. I've got to attack it, darling. It's got to be attacked tomorrow.
For the past hour and a half, the celebrity Big Brother housemates have been getting to know each other.
This is Big Brother. Would Amanda and Jess come to the diary room?
Oh my God, off you go.
Earlier in tonight's live task, Jess and Amanda won immunity from the next eviction.
Yes, before they leave it together.
Perfect.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amanda and Jess! Yes!
Congratulations on your victory in tonight's task.
She was very, very sharp.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be immune from the first eviction?
Well, very good. Very
It hasn't
lovely.
really sunk in yet.
No, I
it's
kind
not
of forgot
sunk
about
in.
it.
I didn't realise we were just enjoying our task.
Yeah.
Do you think that you were worthy winners?
We did well.
She was very smart, this
But you were
kid.
very good with the,
I was good with the...
what are they called?
The nuts, darling, with the nuts. I was very sharp
I'm not
with
so
the
good
nuts.
with them.
Amanda and Jess,
Hello.
as you know, the women have control of the Big Brother house. And because of your earlier triumph, Big Brother is giving you a little bit of extra power.
How exciting.
You are being given the opportunity to grant one housemate an immunity pass. This means that, like the two of you, they will be immune from the first eviction. You should covertly interrogate your fellow housemates to find out who is the most worthy of this special honour. Big Brother will ask you to return to the diary room later this evening, where you will have time to discuss your decision in private.
Okay.
Big Brother will also aid your decision with a task shortly. You should not tell any of your fellow housemates about your upcoming decision, and you should not discuss the decision between yourselves until you return to the diary room later.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Much
Yes.
obliged, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Jess. You may now return to the house.
Bye.
Amanda chats to Malika.
What do you
I'm
do?
here.
Sorry, because I don't know.
Well, I'm TV personality.
Which one is it? Because I'm
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, for God's sake!
You're so cute, Amanda.
And why did you want to come in here to help?
Well, it's been very difficult for me to break outside of working with my sister and my best friend. So it's like taken some of the most aggressive challenges for me to step outside of myself. And this is something that I feel like
you will
need to do. Oh, it's I'm officially here alone. Yeah.
India is telling Maggie about her transition.
I'm really happy, you know, I know who I am now. When I started telling people, which was tough, you know, for all those people around me.
I bet it was tough.
Because to them it was a complete shock, and to my mum in particular, she took it literally like a bereavement because her son, you know, her son was going to disappear and she was going to lose him.
You know, I do think you're very, very brave.
Do you know what? You are who you are, and there's nothing brave about that. I think the real brave people, for transgender people, the brave people are the people around them who stick with them and offer support, because it comes as a massive shock to them. It's a hello.
Any change is difficult. And when you take a leap into the unknown, it's very scary as well.
Yeah.
And I think because you've been brave about what you've done, there will be a lot of people in your position who are frightened to take that leap.
Yeah.
But maybe you will give them the courage to do that.
A lot of transgender people don't like me, though, because of the LGBT thing and pointing out the differences. Well, I think it's because transgender now, they include drag queens. But with people like me, it's not a part-time thing, and it's not really a choice. I hated being trans. It was horrible. Whereas for other people under that word, what is now transgender, it can mean anything from RuPaul to somebody who's Bob on Monday and Barbara on Tuesday. And I feel that sort of cheapens the seriousness.
We're talking about India's journey, but I was saying that in life, choosing to change something is very difficult, whether it's something like India or me leaving the police or you leaving Parliament.
Well, that was in the natural course of things. I retired.
And was it very much a boys' club?
I mean, everybody says, was it hard being a woman in a male world? And I say I didn't notice. I never thought of myself as a woman MP. I was an MP who happened to be a woman, just as I was an MP who happened to be short rather than tall. So I think that every woman in Parliament has got the same right to look every man in Parliament in the eye and know that she got there on exactly the same basis as he got there. I hate positive discrimination. I hate it with a passion.
Oh, man, great. I don't know if you've done this. Have you done a high five? Give me a high five.
Yeah.
Great.
Of course I've done a high five. I mean, you and I can both remember inequality. We can remember when an employer could advertise a job and he could put two rates of pay underneath, one for men and one for women.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, God,
you could be refused finance simply on the grounds that you were a woman.
Yeah.
You could be refused the right to rent a flat. Yes.
I couldn't rent a flat. They wouldn't rent it to a woman.
Was there not?
Oh, no. You're
was
a prostitute.
That was perfectly normal.
Anyway, I'm going to go to the loo. I'll be back in a sec, ladies.
Why did you want to come in? I'm interested in.
I wanted to carry on talking about things that I was talking about. I joined the police. I promised to be impartial, to act with integrity, to protect the vulnerable, to uphold the law. It wasn't an opinion. It's black and white what the law is to me. But what I saw, it made me feel as though I'd been taken for a ride for 16 years.
Effectively, it was politicised.
It was.
Effectively.
It was completely politicised.
As it is
and,
now.
You know, I'm
over
not a
rape
mug,
cases,
and they've treated me badly. The chief constable said that I was this woman who had lost the plot and become too emotional. You know, just go away, silly little girl. But I hadn't. Those girls hadn't come to us. I, on behalf of the chief constable, had begged and pleaded with them, you know, to tell us what had happened 2 years ago. I want other women to look and think, you know, one voice can make a difference.
Yes.
Housemates,
Yes.
Big Brother thinks it's time that you all got to know one another a little bit better.
Oh, God.
Within the envelope in front of you are a number of statements that each begin with the term, I would never. Housemates should each state whether they agree or disagree with the statement. Maggie, you should now pick a card and read it aloud.
Oh, I would never leave my house without makeup on. Why did you give me this one? I do occasionally now, but I don't like to go out into the world without any makeup.
Oh, I don't care.
But I do all the time.
Oh, darling, I've always had to put it on, and the trouble is now it doesn't look any better on or off.
I think after a certain point, makeup makes you look worse. That's the awful thing. You can't put a face on.
Oh, I don't know. I've got to attack it, darling. It's got to be attacked tomorrow.
Do you wear makeup when you go out?
I'm as vain as hell. And if I can use makeup to look better, I will use it.
I feel confident without makeup, so I like...
you still love your face without it. You're just saying it's your preference to have.
Are you all mad?
You know
You
what,
love
if I
your
was-
face. What are you talking about?
We need all the help we can get, don't we, Amanda?
Rachel, you should now pick the next card.
OK. I have never been discriminated against because of my gender.
I disagree.
I have.
India, can we hear?
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, I'm transgender, and the first half of my life I lived as a guy, and in the workplace, I was never ever asked to pour coffee, set a table. When I was working as a woman for the first time, somebody was visiting the office where I was employed, and the boss said, "Oh, India, would you mind going to the kitchen and getting the coffee ready? We have some guests coming into the building and setting the table." And I was working as a PR officer, a bloody press officer.
How long ago?
This is 5 years ago. But I know, and at the time there were like 2 other people in the office who were guys. They were not asked to make the coffee or lay the table. So, trivial as it may be, I think it shows that even if it's a subliminal thing going on and people aren't that conscious, there is a difference in the way that men and women are treated.
There's been a sort of total shift that generations now, because of the gap, don't remember.
Well, no, because I always get exclamations of sheer horror, when I recall those times, but it was all perfectly normal.
What about you, Amanda? In the acting profession, obviously there's the whole Harvey Weinstein thing going
Oh, yeah, was it all
on at the
casting
moment. Were you ever, discriminated against in terms of casting?
I mean, when it comes to the Harvey Weinstein bit, I just think somebody should have said, well, listen, it's not really worth it, darling. I'd rather not get the part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, there was a choice.
Were you
there.
ever in a situation where somebody said, a director, or made it obvious that you wouldn't get a part unless you succumbed to his charms?
It was always being indicated that, but that is just...
Yeah.
I mean, if you're stupid enough to go to bed with somebody because you want the part, I mean, just don't get it.
Many actresses were stupid enough to do
Yeah,
that,
but that's-
and
that's
ended up big stars.
It was down to them, Rachel. It was down to them. They had a choice.
I mean, I would be terrified if a man... I was in an audition and a man came... I would be awfully terrified. Could you imagine being... Say you're quite a shy person, you've gone into this audition and this man comes at you, what the hell?
You say no.
You say no.
But you know what's crazy?
She would say no, I'm not
It doesn't
saying
even
that.
come
but
like
you
that.
would be terrified. It shouldn't even be there in the first place. You'd be so scared. I mean, if a big man came at me like that, I'd be terrified.
But you know
Running
what?
away.
Oh, no,
It's not even
darling.
that aggressive.
But,
It comes
yeah,
in a different way. It comes in like you're walking out to your car and he goes, "Hey, by the way, great audition. Just wanted to say you should come by later, and I'll go through the
but I
lines
think the
with
issue
you so
is
you can
he
get
did
that
auditions
callback."
in hotel rooms.
It doesn't always come in this like
I'm gonna get you,
know-
yeah.
Yeah, it's not always the big bad cop, and sometimes that's how people end up subjecting themselves in situations and scenarios where you don't see it coming, and all of a sudden you end up doing something you really truly wouldn't want to be doing, but you're doing it now and you realize I have a choice in that very moment. You've already put yourself in a position where you're in someone's home or someone's private office or some of those. It's not always like that obvious.
Maggie, what about you? Is it in the force?
Well, I wouldn't say that I was treated differently because I was a woman, but I do feel the old boys network is still alive and kicking. And if you look around at senior police officers, the vast majority are men. And they've got a vested interest in keeping it that way. So women, to get to the top of that profession, you really...
Well, Cressida Dick's managed.
Yeah, but how many others?
Yeah, there's only one Anne.
Yeah, there's people who are succeeding.
It's like saying Maggie Thatcher was Prime Minister, therefore we don't have a problem with women's representation in
Well,
in
actually, I
Parliament.
don't think we do. And I would argue that one very strongly. About 6 months after all the Blair babes got in, about 101 of them got into Parliament, one of them came up to me in a corridor and said to me, "Anne, isn't it horrible how the men are so rude to us?" And I said, "Yes, and isn't it horrible how they're so rude to each other?" And she hadn't thought of that. She'd just been roughed up in the chamber. She assumed it was because she was a woman. In fact, it was because she was useless. You know, you can always see things and interpret
But
things.
it's a statistical fact that there are women and men in the same jobs and the men are paid more than the women. So you can't say it's equal.
Not in Parliament, they're not.
So technical. It just is.
What?
No, because you guys have such a different system from what I'm used to. So I'm having a crash course in like terminology to even know where you're going. No, it's fine. I'm hungry. I've had Prosecco. I didn't want that. I'm holding on. It's fine. I'll get it over the course of time. It's all right. I'm a smart girl. I can keep up. I just gotta learn, you know.
Coming up, Amanda bears all.
I was asked to do the centrefold of Playboy, and I was too embarrassed because I had no chicks. And you know, it's one of the few things in my life that I regret, because I could go, I used to be like before the tide went out.
While Storm Eleanor rages outside, the housemates warm up with a heated debate.
Malika, you should now pick the next card.
I know. Here she comes.
I quite like this.
I would never pose naked. Not true.
Well, I've done it, so...
I have.
I would, definitely.
I certainly would never.
I haven't like showed my actual bits, but I've done my calendars. I've been completely nude, and I think, do you know what? I work hard at the gym. Why not? I'm not academic. If I go to work hard in the gym, I'll show it, and it's my choice to do it. So off I went, and off I did.
Also, after you've given birth 3 times in NHS hospitals, you haven't got a shred of modesty. I tell you that much.
But the question is, would you pose naked? And
I have done.
You have done?
I have done.
And where is it? Where
I
can we see it?
did it on my 40th birthday for a Monday
wanna
Nats
see it.
publication. I know, look at Anne's face.
I want to
No, but
Why are you so judgmental of it?
Anne, before you shake your head in despair,
Yeah.
can I just
let
say
Rachel
that
say,
it was to celebrate, you know,
We can use that,
to
can't we?
celebrate women's, you know, whatever.
But why does that celebrate women? Why
Didn't really.
does...
It was just quite fun.
Why do we associate it with...
You celebrated yourself. And that's all that matters.
You've got a great mind. You've got all those abilities. Why do you celebrate lives?
I'm not saying that's what I was doing. I did it because my publisher and my husband both said, don't do it. And it was so innocuous and so innocent. It was completely fine.
Well, I'm
That
kind of
probably
hoping that when
nobody saw.
I'm 70, 80, I can look back at my picture and think,
Oh, darling.
well, I had a good body.
You are so right. I was asked
Yeah.
to do the centrefold of Playboy when it first did.
Oh,
I
wow.
think Joan Collins did it. And I was too embarrassed because I had no tits. It was just after well, still no, but after Carry On Cleo. And I was asked to do it. And I went, oh, no. And, you know, it's one of the few things
I
in
don't
my
think I
life
do
that I
that.
regret, because I
You
could go...
don't. Have you done
I used to be
that?
like...
No.
I've done...
Before the tide went out.
I've done, like...
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Amanda.
There's been times where I've loved my body and I wish that I had that. And I just think we shouldn't have to justify it. And like you trying to justify it, I think, why do we have to justify it? If it makes us feel good...
Well, yeah, it's freedom of choice.
And it's
Why are you looking at me like that?
And the thing is, everyone's going to have different opinions on it. It's how, if everyone had the same opinion, life would be bloody boring.
Yeah.
Like, if it feels good for you, you do it, and don't hurt anyone else in the meantime.
Yeah.
You're doing
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
wrong. So.
And I saw your pictures for your calendar and you look fucking banging.
Thank you.
After getting to know their housemates, Amanda and Jess have been called to the diary room.
Hello, Amanda. Hello, Jess.
Hello.
Earlier, Big Brother gave you the opportunity to grant an immunity pass to one of your fellow housemates. You've had the evening to get to know all of your fellow housemates, and it's now decision time. You should now discuss between yourselves who you would like to pick.
Okay. So shall we go Rachel? She's a very nice person. She's a strong woman. She can hold her own, and that's what we've seen in this task.
Who's next?
Then Malika.
I'm very bad on names, darling.
Malika, next to you.
Malika.
I've got to know a little bit. I haven't had her open up much to me.
I find her really interesting.
She's funny.
As
She's
well,
really funny.
and clever.
Yeah.
And a really intelligent cookie.
Yeah.
Maggie?
Now, I find Maggie, I feel like I've really bonded with her.
I find that Maggie has enormous, I think, fairness and overall, and a certain warmth and understanding of things.
Yeah, and she's very kind, and it's hard to, you don't always see that like you said, the understanding of someone to really be able to do it like that.
She
has
listens
it.
to everybody.
She does. And I'm a bit scared of Anne.
Oh, you're not.
I'm a little bit scared of Anne.
No, I think her bark is so much louder than her bite is. No, her bark is louder than her bite.
Yeah.
I think underneath she's a dear, sweet little person.
Yeah.
I'm sure she is.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But we'll have to encourage it out a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we've got to
India,
who can also stand up for herself, and I really like.
I do.
And then we come to
Ashley,
who can also stand very firmly on her own 2 feet.
She's not scared to jump in on the arguments either. She'll go for it.
No, but I think on the overall warmth of creature to be there for a stabilisation of our group, we think.
Housemates. Earlier tonight, Amanda and Jess were given the opportunity to pick one other housemate who would also gain an immunity pass from the first eviction. Amanda and Jess, you should now state the name of the housemate that you would like to grant an immunity pass, giving reasons for your choice.
It's going to be you. Right. Well, it's a very difficult decision, obviously. But we decided, didn't we?
We did.
We did.
Because the kindness we felt.
And the house needed a stability, and fair judgment, and a warmth that we could run to in a amazing amount of trouble. Yes?
Yes.
So we nominated.
We
did
saved.
What
was the word?
Saved.
Saved.
Gave immunity
to Maggie.
Bless. Well done, Maggie.
No, darling, we thought you'd be a stabilising force in this rocky world.
Yeah, I'll need you at some point, okay?
Well, you're in my bed, so you've got me. It's a very difficult thing.
Listen, guys, I want to say something at the outset. No hard feelings. No umbrage will ever be taken.
Yeah,
seriously.
Seriously, I was going to say this. It's a pig. It's a pig of a job.
We're all going to end up in
we're all
that
going to end
situation
up.
where we have to pick and choose. So.
This is Big Brother.
Yes.
Yes.
Maggie, congratulations.
Thank you, Big Brother.
Maggie.
This means that Amanda, Jess and Maggie, you are all immune from the first eviction. There will be more opportunities to gain immunity over the coming days.
As a self-confessed snorer, Anne will be sleeping alone tonight.
Anne, are you going to be okay on your own, love?
Good heavens, yes.
Yeah, all right.
Strong preference for.
I thought so.
I don't think you should.
Just coming to get a set of towels.
Because I will come and share with you if you're on your own, but if you snore, I'll have to kill
on the end of those beds.
Yeah. Oh, if I don't get my face off soon and fun.
I can't wait.
I just can't.
Brush my hair out, put it on top of my head.
That's Amanda.
Brilliant.
That's Miss.
Hello.
You must
Everybody,
speak up.
order. They put name towels on our beds.
Oh, yeah, I've got name on mine.
No. They've put Amanda's and mine as the
so
two
you have to
oldies
have those beds.
on our beds. So I think that's what
you're
that
in here.
means.
Yeah.
I think you are actually, babe.
Now, who am I
that's right.
depriving? Who was going to have this bed?
India was there, but...
Yeah, but they haven't told us
they've
that,
told
have
you.
they? They
No.
haven't said that.
But if that's there, it would probably mean... Because if your towels weren't in there...
Yeah.
If Anne snores very badly.
I do. Very
we might be
And
better.
next to
we
me.
might be better in the next bedroom then.
Maybe me and you
India.
will end up in there.
We have a slight
Yeah, do
problem.
you think so?
I know I won't
They
snore
put
if Anne...
Yeah, I don't snore.
I mean, if Anne snores an awful lot, I
Yeah,
probably
well, hang
won't
on.
sleep.
Let's talk the snoring in a minute. They put our name towels on our beds, and they put mine there, and Amanda's there. So they intended me to have this bed. Now, I'm quite happy to go off and snore in the other room.
Well, normally it's first come, first served for the beds.
Yes, I know, but
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
why
saying
don't
is they put these on the bed.
Yeah, I understand.
Right,
So why
so-
don't we just go in that room and then it solves the problem?
Yeah, cool.
Are you OK with that?
Yeah, no, I'm quite comfortable here.
Oh, thank you very much. Right, OK. Well, I should go off to the other room. And if they complain, that will be up to them.
Anne bravely heads to the Davison bedroom.
What?
Well,
we should not move now.
India won't budge, so that's it.
Well,
I don't actually mind, but I think, you know, the system's been thrown. They put
those
our
towels.
name towels on our beds
Yeah.
for a purpose.
This is Big Brother. Would
Hello.
Anne come to the diary room?
Certainly will. Right. And to the diary room.
Anne, tell you what we'll do. Let's go and
Well,
check
they've
with Big Brother.
They've just called me to the diary room.
Right, and then we'll
Yeah.
find out what they want to do. Whatever
Yeah.
Big Brother wants to do, I am happy with. Okay?
I think we've done well. Got to be happy with what Big Brother.
Oh yeah. Do what Big Brother says.
Okay.
This is a solution.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. No
No
probs.
worries.
No probs. Oh. Yeah.
Hello, Anne.
Hi, Big Brother.
How are you feeling about sleeping in the Big Brother house?
Yeah, well, the vote was taken that anybody who snored went to the other room, and I'm the only one who admits to snoring. You see, I think that the bed that had the towels on marked Anne was supposed to be for me, but India likes it, so... And I do snore, so I'm certainly not going to get involved in trivial arguments over who's in which bed at this point. Tonight, I have a single bed in a room all to myself, so I am perfectly happy.
Were those towels out initially with the names on them? No. Because I don't think they were. I'm sure when I jumped on the bed, there were no towels there.
Now, I do wonder how many people are going to be left to actually be in any jeopardy of leaving if we're all going to win immunities with various tasks.
Is immunity something you would like to win?
No, that's a good question. Well, I'd like to win a task, and so if I win a task, I'll win immunities. I'd like to win the task. Winning immunity means this. It means you're elected unopposed. It means you don't win by defeating the competition. You win because you've had your path artificially smooth for you. Now, if you have been listening, Big Brother, you will know that that is not what I like. I like to win against the competition. That's why I'd like to win a task. But if you're immune, then you're artificially out of it, so to speak. You're not in there with the competition. And that's why I've always objected to all women shortlists and all this sort of stuff. You've just got to meet the competition and defeat it, not wish it away. Not wish it away. I'm agnostic about getting immunity, but I would like to win a task, yeah.
Jess lays out some basic bathroom etiquette.
Yeah, I think we should always knock for the toilet.
Why don't we have something to tie on the door and if somebody leave it on the floor and if somebody
I've got
goes
some
in...
dental floss.
Why don't we go, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we just use vocals?
Vocal
Hello,
cords.
is anyone in the toilet?
What about if
Oh, go on, this is going to be good, yeah.
we had a bra and if it was engaged?
Oh, I don't...
They can't
No,
do...
that's too complicated. He's not going to leave
I
it
don't
on.
even have a bra. I don't even own them. I wear crop tops.
Got about
They hurt.
How do you keep your boobs up?
Oh, they're not real.
But
because
even
I
if
was
you've got
born
not real
flat.
boobs, if you don't have real boobs, then you still need to keep them up.
I do wear crop tops. If I'm running, obviously it hurts a bit, but I just wear crop tops every single day. I don't, like, you know, the little bra top things, not actual bras. I just don't wear them.
I'm afraid I'm a little bit the same, owing to the fact that I don't have any tits. I've never need them.
Yeah, just stay.
I mean, you have to say, for my age.
I brought a hot water bottle thinking it was going to be necessary, but it was like this.
Water. You see, look, darling, I went there. I
love it. This is what I will wear, like these things, little bra tops.
Mine's even smaller
every
than
day.
that. I was ashamed to show anybody. I will show you.
Don't ever be
They're
ashamed.
so they're hysterical.
I had like nothing though. I was like a. If you cut my head off, and
your legs, you'd be dead.
You would look like I was. I just had nothing at all. And I used to get mistaken when I was a little kid. When I had growing problems, so I never grew as the other girls were. So when I was year 10 at school, which is 14, 15, I was smaller than the year 7s who were like 11, 12 for ages. And I had a hat on one day going to the pub. My mum washed dishes at the pub, the local pub, on a Sunday. And I went down and I used to talk to all the old guys and go in. And they went, "You're a lovely little boy, aren't you?" And I was like, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
I'm a real girl. I was so furious.
So what age were you when you started doing the page 3 then?
About 20.
How old are you now?
28.
Oh, you don't look 28 to me.
India tries to propose a peace treaty.
Anne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm quite happy to go along.
I'm doubly certain I'm okay.
Are you sure?
They had designated to me, but frankly, I prefer to be on my own anyway.
All right.
Don't worry
whatever
about
you
it.
want, I'm comfortable with.
I was there with you, but then I was. If you want company.
No, I don't want any company at all.
Good.
In the nicest possible way. In the nicest possible way. I shall feel free for a couple of days in there.
I'll tell you what then. You know when the guys come in the house?
Yeah.
In 4 days' time?
Yeah.
If you, for whatever reason, want to swap?
Yeah.
And have that bed that you were originally allocated, it's not a problem. We'll swap them. Is that okay?
We'll work it all out, yeah.
High five, another second high five of the night.
Time.
Well done. Great. Harmony in the house.
Oh, there's harmony.
Great.
Rachel is chatting to Big Brother.
I mean, after the initial horrific realisation that you're in a hermetically sealed room with cameras on you all the time, you get over that quite quickly. I think there's a good spread of ages and experiences and all the rest of it. So the dynamic so far is rather harmonious, given that, I would say. But that could all change, because I think that everyone's planning that Anne and I are going to have big fights about politics, which we might well do. She really knows she's right, and I really know I'm right as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. Oh, you see, Anne is completely used to winning, and I'm completely used to accepting other people have a point of view and trying not to be too didactic. I also prepared to agree when, I'm wrong, which I'm not often.
How do you think things are going to pan out after this point?
I'm trying not to think about it. Literally, if I think forward more than about 24 hours, I go into a gibbering panic. So I'm taking each day as it comes, and I'm trying to give it my best shot. That's a pregnant pause from Big Brother. Maybe you've gone. Maybe it's so late even you've gone to bed.
Big Brother is always here.
Yes, that's the story of my life, really.
Coming up, India tells it like it is.
That because a towel with her name was on my bed meant that my bed was her bed. It's not.
Housemates are settling in for their first night in the celebrity Big Brother house. India has come to talk to Big Brother.
Some of the women in the house are a little bit unsure about me. And hopefully that will slacken off in the next day or so. I hope Anne wasn't upset earlier on. Actually, I really like Anne. I think she's I like people with strong opinions, and we had a chat earlier on about the best person getting a job, regardless of gender, and that there shouldn't be any special privileges or concessions made just because someone is either a man or a woman. And we agreed on that. We even had a high five of Anne Widdecombe. I never thought I'd ever do that. But nonetheless, I think Anne is somebody who likes to follow rules and is quite linear and rigid, and her understanding or her interpretation of the situation that because a towel with her name was on my bed meant that my bed was her bed. It's not.
Jess is telling Malika how she feels about Maggie.
I feel like really warm to her straight away. Like
Absolutely.
I felt safe around her.
She is. If you look at the way she smiles at you.
Yeah, she's so
You know what I'm
lovely,
saying?
isn't
Like,
she?
After like hearing what she does with like the girls and stuff like that.
So do you know about what happened over here?
Well, I just learned. Like I
Yeah.
think India explained to me. Well, she said she's like, well, I'm not like really famous or.
I know.
And I was like, are you? Who cares
You're like
about?
the most
Who
kindest
cares
person.
about being famous?
Exactly. It's about here.
Rachel and Ashley are getting ready for bed.
I didn't bring any deodorant. Well, for 30 days, I've got a stick that you're welcome. Oh my God,
Well, they must have some in all these products they've got. How could I have forgotten it? Right. How'd you turn these off?
That can be one thing you ask for in the diary room.
In the diary room, Malika discusses her crash course in all things British.
Aside from having a whole lot of jet lag, I'm just trying to keep up and learn a lot of the different lingo and, you know, different cities and traditions and places of positions of power that I'm completely unaware of. But I don't mind the differences, not at all. I feel like I have a lot I can learn. I think the women in the house are all very familiar, whether they grew up the same way, like going to boarding schools or like it just seems to be a little bit more of a stricter way, or maybe not stricter, but maybe a little more structured than what I'd say I'm used to.
And you said you've picked up some of the lingo.
A prime minister and the position of power for me in the States might be more like a president. So when I say lingo, I mean like different titles and, I don't know, maybe just like we don't have the same language at all, but I'm learning, and I'll, you know, ask questions along the way, and hopefully I'll come out knowing the, you know, Brit way. I have taken a very strong liking to Maddie. I think she's such a bright, like, beautiful spirit. Like, I just like that she's so warm and she smiles at you, and she's a giver. She's a really, really caring soul. I love the young girls. I like Jess and Ashley. They're fun. I love Ashley's strength in her opinions. Yeah, I'm just picking up. We're all very different, but I think it's a good bunch put together. I really do.
The women are calling it a night.
Night. Good night, Ginger.
Night.
It's like
the
Waltons.
So weird.
Anne is getting cosy in a room of her own.
My big brother.
Right, I'm putting my earplugs in now.
Okay, good night.
Night, night, Amanda.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night, you two over there.
Night.
Good night,
Good night, you two.
Night, Ma. Night, Pa.
Night, Night, John boy.
Night, John boy.
Good night. See you in the morning. If I snore, please just... Oh, I'll be okay. I don't want to end up with Anne if she smells like the truth. No, let's go.
Tomorrow, the housemates get closer.
Can I see your tits?
I think they said that. Can you see your tits?
They are wonderful.
Look at those. They're dear little people.
Geordie Shore's Marnie Simpson is known for her wild antics, but tonight she's reaching out for support in brand new In Therapy. Next.